this is great and all, but I think I'd be having more fun swinging from that tree back home.
What the hell does that mean? Alright, when we last left off, we, what did we go through? The Wooden Plains? And we picked up a new party member? Sagani? Let's go with Sagani. And we made our way to a new bridge. So there's not much to this bridge. We're just gonna walk across. I assume we can, you know, go all medium and read the thoughts of these people. Thought so. You see a lavishly decorated room, walls hung with tapestries, ornate oil lamps creating a warm, relaxing atmosphere. There are several overstuffed couches layered or covered with silk pillows and an elegant table in the middle of the floor. This woman is seated at the table, sitting across from another woman. They are both well dressed, their style befitting the room they're in. The other woman's hair is blonde, in stark contrast to this woman's black, and is swept up on her head in a dramatic style. The woman speaks in an easy, free tone, obviously familiar with one another. Though they each seem to be comfortable in the other's company, a strange nervousness surrounds the blonde woman's actions. She occasionally betrays herself with a little giggle or stammer, hitching over an easy word as she speaks. Her demeanor swings from friendly to shy and back again with no warning. The woman leans back a little in her chair, stretching lightly. As she finishes her stretch, she gently lays her hand next to the other woman's hand, letting their fingers subtly intertwine. The second woman stops speaking mid-sentence and inhales sharply and turns red. She does not, however, move her hand. This woman smiles and moves her hand further over the other, holding it. She then stands, moving around the table toward the blonde woman whose face shows conflicting emotions of terror and lust. She giggles and pulls her hand out from under the other and brings it to her mouth, the red of her face deepening. This woman stops, looking down at her, eyes sparkling. She reaches out and pulls something from the blonde's hair, letting it fall around her shoulder. Then she leans over, brushing her lips lightly over the blonde woman's cheek, resting her mouth against her ear as she whispers. Her hand moves lithely down the other woman's body to her waist. The blonde shudders and leans into the hand, eyes closing, cheek pressing against the lips, still whispering at her ear. This woman's hand deftly removes a small bag from the other woman's belt and secrets it under her own cloak at the small of her back. Then she gently kisses the other woman's cheek and stands again, the smile never leaving her mouth. Man, that got crazy. If you need an in, goose and fox. All right. You see a ship being tossed about in a storm-ravaged sea. The swells rise and fall, carrying the ship with them as if it were a toy. This man stands on deck at the helm of the ship while water whips around him. The crew moves about frantically, trying to keep the chaos under control. He barks orders at them, pointing where to go, giving each one a task. The men, while they still visibly distressed, seem to calm down when they are given the orders. He instructs the helmsman to resume his duties at the wheel and rushes to the aid of a crewman who is struggling with a rope attached to one of the sails. The ship crests a wave, going almost vertical in one direction and then immediately again in the other direction. Some of the crew are thrown from their feet, sliding across the deck as the ship is rocks. After the swell passes and the ship returns to a relatively normal orientation, the man quickly scans the deck, counting silently. No one has been lost this time, thankfully. He looks in the direction they're headed, seeing no reprieve from the storm in sight. His jaw squared and upper lip stiffened. He returns to the helm and takes the wheel again.
Yes.
Spooky. How many of these are there?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Hi? Hi?
You see a flurry of matted white hair and an incandescent freeze fire staff before you see the man. Cold and wild, he chews a wizened apple slowly, discharging spell after spell into the jumble of villagers screeching their way towards them. Cold flame vents from his nose and apple seeds shoot out the side of his mouth as he saunters forward, ignoring arrows and curses alike. A deliberate twist of his staff, and a bullet of forces glides through the torso of one assailant and another. A roar blisters his throat as he launches himself into their midst, tearing into their essence with his staff. A pleading hand reaches towards him and quickly falls, ignored. Silence takes hold as the tattered man gathers his prize. A basket of fresh pears he hums as he eats. That seems kind of shitty. To fuck with people like that? Excuse me, he says. Adjust the car. Let's grab whatever's in here. Sure. We gotta make stews.
Gods keep you.
What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, but I don't have time to talk right now. Sounds like that dozens of crackpot Rowan is stirring up trouble again. He'd be all too happy to give you a run out of the city, liberally flavored with dozens of propaganda, of course. I'm looking for the Temple of Woodica. He scratches his beard. Not sure why you'd want to go there, he shrugs. It's in First Fires, if you really want to see it. You seem to be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. We've got refugees coming in from all parts, some under misguided notion that things are actually better here, that the legacy somehow passed us over. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making worse mess of things. No offense.
Well?
Okay. So we need to go to First Fires, but first I guess we're going to Copper Lane.
Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Whiteone's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to ennomancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
What is it?
Kind of wish I was here in the day. Yeah.
Defiance Bay. If ever there was a dry field in need of a cleansing flame, you have found it.
Remove Caro Golden Crash. 20% focus gain for 600. What's focus?
Well?
His animators have brought, and yet the Duke and his toadies and the Crucible King Knights do nothing. Can we allow these atrocities to continue unchecked? No! She's got a nice dress. Down with animancy. Yeah! Down with it. Goose and Fox, that's where we can rest. Let's check our journal, our quest, I mean. So the record archive is where he needs to be. We got the Temple Woodica for this one. These are something else.
Well?
So I guess we're just exploring. Goose and the Fox. Let's take a little rest. Getting spender some stuff. Maybe buy a few things.
What is it?
Well met, friend.
Could I get a room? Oh, that's a Goose and a Fox. Literally. 2 dexterity, 1 survival. Ranged accuracy. Interesting. $140. That's crazy. Let's just rest for 25 copper. Just to reset ourselves. All these people are gonna have crazy things. Do I want to read all this right now? Not really.
Well,
But all these people too, right? Nope. That miserable bastard. A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her, and watching it with furious intensity. So the size of a coin wobbles over the crack of the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches it up with one hand and slams half-empty cup down on the table with the other. This is not a good time. Hey, you wish... I thought it was gonna be like some porn back there. A merchant. That doesn't sell anything, alright. Fair enough, dude.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
%20 damage to spirit and vessel. Seems pretty good. Nobody stole anything, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Welcome.
Order some refreshments. There we go. A duck's own beetloaf. A fucking yellow lab. Holy shit, man. That's awesome. Where's all the junk in here? We could sell all these grimoires, right? I mean, why not? And what's this? Fine stock. I feel like I should keep them though. At least like the spell rates too. Anything in particular? Maybe not. Sell it all. Sell it all. Yeah, let's get rid of everything. Oh, this feels so good. Just get rid of everything. I'm gonna get rid of the traps because, let's be honest, we're not gonna use them. I probably need to keep this stuff. Maybe not the books, but we're gonna keep the books anyways. Trade, now I'm rich. Fucking rich. Kind of retrain Urist. You know. We have stuff building, don't we? Finish in 24 hours. Okay, cool.
well,
Because, like, Yeah, you know what?
Greetings.
I want to order some refreshments. Let's try retraining Urist. Would you like to reset Urist to level 1 and assign new attribute skills and abilities through level 1 through 4? It would cost yes. So we like fully reroll them. I feel like I actually want to do this. This Constitution could be higher. But I think I'm going to be okay with that. Boar. I want to keep the boar. Survival. I like survival. I want to do athletics. We'll do 1 point stealth. Because why not? Lore, sure. Survival, sure. So here's where like I actually want to respec them. I don't want to grab, like last time we grabbed like Veterans Recovery because we didn't really know what we're doing. To be honest, still don't know what we're doing. But I think this time I want to be a little bit more offensive. So we're not gonna grab any of these, right? We're gonna grab, what's the one that increases damage with like his fist? Melee only? Does this work for him though? Fast runner, no. Damage reduction, no. I mean, damage reductions wouldn't be terrible, right? I don't think. These are not what we want. Bull's Will. Dude, I know there was one. Is this the one we want to get? Because technically he's dual wielding, right? Whenever he is in boar form. So I'm gonna do level 4 scrolls. Savage attack. This is we had this last time. This must be where we had it. Frontal attack? No. Maybe I just stick with Savage Attack at this point. Or we could just do this one so we get more accuracy. I'm gonna go Savage Attack. Maybe next time. Because the thing is, we get plus 20 melee damage here, plus 20% melee damage, and then we can go Peasant next time, and we get back the melee accuracy debuff. Right? So right now, this isn't great, but when he's in boar form, it should be okay. I'm thinking, hoping, maybe,
Well,
maybe not. We'll see. What's upstairs? More spirit dudes, maybe? No.
Gods keep you.
The northern man relaxes with his feet propped up on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the northern woman with him exchange laughs and comments with the trio at the nearby table, and he spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eyes watch you. You look like you've seen him a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Who are all of you? The name's Two-Tone Weaksel. The lady next to me is Key. We've had our fun with the expeditions, but we were hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet for the next few weeks anyways. Next to the table nods at you. I'm dead shot dead on. This is Hurdy and Ilfa. We were part of a separate expedition teams. We both suffered losses and decided to band together. He takes several items off his fingers. Beasts, barbarians, bivouacs. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one too. Next table, Datum raises his glass, and here's to many more prosperous journeys. Is there something else you wanted? Guess not.
What is it?
Is there anything in any of these rooms? Hey
I'll see
guys.
what I can do. The work of a moment.
Guess nobody gives a shit. Guess they might give a shit. Are both of them gonna be crazy? Yeah.
Well,
Man, there's so many of these.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
yes.
Slow and silent.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Okay. Probably not worth it.
Well,
In most unfortunate tale of Favia and Burnett, a villain tragedy. A Valian tragedy. My bad.
yes.
Pages of these old books are crisp and fragrant with salt and sea breeze.
As you wish.
Hey,
Yes.
Let's get like just a normal formation, shall we?
Ready, Watcher.
You see a man praying silently on the ground. Lips moving to some ancient and unknowable hymn, lying his hands, his sword sputters into blinding white light, banishing the darkness around him instantly to lurk in corners and shelves. He opens his eyes slowly, continuing his silent prayer as he adjusts to the new light. His face tight with concentration, he stands and begins to move deliberately towards an enormous iron door, strange symbols inscribed upon its rusted surface. His prayers get louder, gain substance as he gets closer. Blue eyes burn with fervor as the glowing tip of the sword touches the center of the door and slides through. White light spreads across its surface, symbols flaring into life as the paladin chants. A gentle tone sounds ringing through the ancient structure, and the door begins to open. These symbols have disappeared along with the rust, and the paladin steps through into places unknown, bearing a light he is only now beginning to understand.
Ready, Watcher.
Well?
Bor Achia. You see a firm hand scribbling notes from an ancient, surprisingly sturdy-looking tome. Script precise, pictures small but clear. The monk runs his fingers across the paper lightly, page after page, searching for something. The script is ancient, almost illegible, but he preserves scrawling stacks and sheaves of notes, transcribing the book into something more comprehensible. Suddenly, he starts scribbling hastily, eyes wild, pen a blur across a newly ink-splattered page. With a start, he pushes out from the desk and closes the tome, sending waves of dust to coast about the room, and grins widely. He hurries to the exit, notes piled under his arm, and a new adventure in his mind. He's off to find treasure. Dashoki. You see a grin slide across the face of a man and on the face of a woman younger still than he. She moves closer in the tallow light, sure and slow, tasting the anticipation on his tongue, the desire on hers. The candle gutters, sending yellow-brown light sneaking across his multifaceted eyes. She sits back, now all too aware of his luminescent horns and dust-stamped blue skin. His otherness leaves her breathless, but from fascination or horror you cannot tell. He reaches across a hand, trailing the line of her jaw, sibilant whispers snaking through the air, tempting, cajoling something in her brakes. And his grin slides back as he extends his tongue to lick the curve of her throat, pausing a hair's breadth from her flesh. The fuck? The thing we spoke of, your husband. I shouldn't. He'd be ruined. No fair, that's cheating. Not if we make the rules, the man weaks and resumes his stroke.
What is it?
Awkward.
Keeping an eye out.
You see a group of people standing on a clear patch of the earth, surrounded by several motionless bodies. On the ground in the middle of the group is a small figure curled up to protect itself from the kicking feet of people standing around it. This woman is there, apart from the group. Holding an enormous sword, she leans on it, using it almost like a crutch, hunched over and breathing heavily. She stares at the people and grunts, pulling herself upright and lifting the sword from the ground. She draws in a large breath, leans into a run, and quickly closes the distance between herself and the group. A blood-chilling howl suddenly explodes from her. The mob freezes mid-kick and stares at the terrifying bull of a woman now charging it. She jumps at the last second, bending slightly, turning herself into a projectile flying into the middle of the people assaulting the figure on the ground. Everyone topples as she flies into them. She hits the ground beyond them, rolling, leaping back up, and turns to face them. She plants both of her feet and lifts her sword, surveying the field. Suddenly she spins on her heel, swinging her sword in savage grace, cutting down the nearest of the assailants. Letting herself get pulled into the momentum of the spin, she brings her sword around, blade sideways, into the head of a would-be opponent. Ouch. The bottom of the hilt shatters his temple, and he crumples to the ground at her feet. She looks up, rage-filled, her eyes daring the remaining two men to approach. After a quick sideways glance at each other, they turn heel and run. One briefly looks back over his shoulder, ensuring she isn't following him. She slowly lets out the breath she has been holding and walks over to help the figure still huddled on the ground. What a hero. Is this the figure, you think? You see a man standing at a dock. Sailors, soldiers, and prostitutes swarm around him. But he's watching the ship disappearing over the horizon. He should be glad his men didn't take his life along with his ship. But failure is almost as bad as death for a Valian. And the gods only know he hadn't fared any better in his family's mercantile business. It's almost a relief to see that the last herald of his failure sail into the distance, sparing him the need to go back to his father and admit defeat once again. Besides, with sharp wits and an eye for opportunity, there is always a chance for a comeback. He pulls a flask from his hip and takes a long drink. There will be time for that later. He adjusts the flap in his eye patch and finds the tower of the brothel. He plots a new course for the evening, a grin on his face.
Well? Yes?
These little stories, these little mini stories are so rich. So just crazy, man. I'm just gonna go back here and see what we got. Some ale, nice. Let's go see what quest this lady had? Just thought you might need a hand. I'll get there. She takes a long drink from her glass. I'm trying to calm down and trying to talk myself out of something foolish. Something foolish? There's something I need to give my fiance, Pernisk. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly pleasant company. Tell me about these new friends. They come into our house with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what it means. Pernisk makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere else, somewhere in the gift. But not under my roof. Maybe I can go talk to him, but Svev makes people calm and listless. Svev just make people lay around and do much. What's Svev? I don't see the joke. You really don't know? It's a shrub, I think. From the mountains somewhere. It has dark berries and they treat them like kush. Maybe I could go talk to him. Her hand rests on the table. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. It was his grandmother's. Even after this, I don't have the heart to sell it off, but if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. She points to her bruise. I'll take this ring. The house is just north of here. Just please don't hurt him. Serious as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. Is the ring good? Let's give that ring to her.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm giving it to her, but I'm giving it to her. Oh, it got added to the stash. Nope. It's no good. It's like if it has stats, I'm using it. Okay, we have the marketplace. Heritage Hill claims another curious soul.
Gods keep you.
Show me your wares. Ring of Wizardry. +2 second level spell uses. +1 fourth level spell uses. That's pretty cool. Damn. Gotta remember this stuff. What's this person got? Show me your wares. A bunch of traps, alright. Alright.
Well?
This guy has some blades.
How do you do?
Oh, he has shields and stuff, okay. Shatterstar. One-handed armor. Lost Thane's Reach. The Lady's Hand, a unique scepter. Two-handed scepter. And then a unique warbow. Actually, 20% of damage restored as endurance. Whoa, that seems pretty good. Hey, can I enchant this? No, I can't. Just Burning Lash. Okay, and what about, that I said it had armor, yeah. Oh, unique medium armor. Pike's Pride. -50% stun duration, -50% knockdown duration. That seems pretty good. And then a good bit of will. So what does breakout of will +9? What does breakout do? Or is that just like what this is? Oops. Okay. I mean, we have money, but I kind of want to spend it on upgrading my
Hail and well met.
Don't need camping supplies. Upgrading my stronghold. Because it's almost time. 22 hours until we can build something new.
Hey,
Once we build something new, then maybe we can buy stuff. What is this place? What is this place? Right, everyone know the plan? Up the wall and in the window, grab the jewel from the pretty little lord, we got it. Listen, dwarf, if I have to. Look, we have company. Greetings! You are looking for someone? Because this isn't the best. They're probably the Crucible Knights. He made great coming here, he raises his blades. Alrighty then. You know, our formation is not bad at all. Let's go ahead and we'll do that. We get to see. Let's turn that on. Good to see how this is gonna work. Let's get this guy going up. He's gonna buff everybody real quick like. Let's get her to mark him. Hound can attack that. Pretty much everybody is gonna need to focus fire onto him. And that's all going great. Ooh, okay. So there's a little bit of knockdown. That's good. That's fine. Let's drop some slick back there, shall we? So he is prone at the moment. This guy is knocked down. Alright. Alright, he's back up. Let's hit ourselves with... Oh, we got everybody right here. Cool. Wolfie can't do jack squat. That's okay. Let's get that going. While we're in wolf form, you know what? Let's look at the journal. 27 to 42. Okay. That seems pretty good. And we can't change spirit height. And we can't change our tusk either. But these are unarmed, one-handed, right? Plus 9 level, plus 9 level. Let's see, 2 weapon style. This is, I can't tell if this applies or not. That's the thing. I think it probably doesn't. I think these guys are getting back up, right? Let's go ahead and hit them with something. No, not that. Fortunately, that is going to scorch all of my dudes. So that's a no-go. That will hit both. That's good. Oh, is this guy dead? This guy is dead. Alright, let's go after him. These two are still focusing here. Let's get her to do wounds. You know what? Let's change up her target. We'll do wounds over here. Right, these two can go over here. Let's do those spikes on that guy. Let's go ahead and shoot some missiles too. And just everybody just get them, sick them.
Yes.
Job well done.
Yes.
A 2-story job. Tell somebody about the plot. Ooh, some Sveth. We gonna get high? Wait, where was that note? A contact inside Raymont Manor will leave a 2nd-story window ajar. He's confirmed the location of the heart of the White March in a hidden chamber. Get your crew together and head over to Brackenbury before Lady Raymont moves the jewel. Is that like the beginning of the DLC? Because the DLC is called White March, right?
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Oh, it's nice. Use level 2 scrolls. Just save our points, I guess. He's no longer the squishiest member of our team. Is this exit? No, it's not.
Hello.
Aha!
Hello.
A moonstone. Very cool. Dude, that is a giant ass bed. Muddy boot prints and splotches of ale stain. Oh man, come on. Can't be getting to bed with boots on.
What is it?
Lone jacket tears. Okay. Let's head on out. Very cool. Well, that one's not on the map. Step
Well,
oh, what's in here? Take all that. Take all that. What's this guy's deal? Don't want to know. The grain. Shields have been battered and scarred in long ago battles. Let's go up here. Let's check out this place. Best bounty, okay. Add meth den. It's a meth den.
You must gather your party before venturing.
Yeah, I know.
This looks like the kind of place we could find allies. For a prize.
Okay. A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. One of his companion eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. That's kind of messed up, man. Another pup come wandering in, I see. I just know that Ben's giant slayers run things around here, and you'll be fine. Never heard of them. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay, and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, and there's reason the giant slayers get the lion's share. Remember that. A voice bellows across the hall. Enough jabber, Ben. Is it Ben or Bine? It's probably Bine, right? Enough jabber, Bine. You gonna do the job or talk about it? His jaw tightens. Winning's right. That coin ain't going to collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin towards the door. See you around, pup. So these are like bounties and warrants and stuff.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
This rough-looking man glances at you briefly as he scans the mercenaries milling around the room. Don't stand on ceremony. State your business. Tell me about the dozens. Good men and women trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditionaries in the Deerwood. Not as fancy as Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. At least they remember someone else's roots and pretend to be like them, he means. Your roots, the Crucible Knights, take pride in having won the Deerwood's freedom 150 years ago. But we're the ones who've protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended when the Godhammer destroyed Waidwen at Evon Dure Bridge. A lot of folks don't know how Waidwen wound up on that bridge. 7 men, 5 women, they walked out of Halgod Citadel and faced down a god. Held him there until the bomb went off. He thumps the table. That's the legacy we defended. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people, first line of defense, whatever it takes. We got new enemies now. If not Waidwen, it's his damn legacy. It's the damn soul butchers in Brackenberry making things worse on all of us. Probably causing the whole thing one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We've defended Deerwood once, we'll do it again. He casually nods. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need?
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Well?
It's a map.
Yes.
That's also a map. Book of the Hunt. So, yeah, this is literally all the map, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not that I don't want to
I'll have it in
read.
no time. The work of a moment.
Whoa. Ooh, that's a lot of copper.
Yes.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
Wow. I need to hire an adventurer. I'll show you who's available. Okay, so it's just like nobody. Party management, okay.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenham. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Damn, the guy's cold. Although I do have something I need done. Something that requires competence. What do you need done?
Was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Doesn't sound like leaving the Crucible Knights is your
Don't choose
choice.
to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
What's this
It's a
armor?
breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
Why don't you just go ask for it back?
No, well, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction. And then it's
See what I can
Penhelm you're
do.
looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind a fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
So Penhelm, huh? Should have in your heart to find a way to ruin his life. While you're there, well, drinks on me.
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Okay. If generations of Moslick's traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Farewell.
What is it?
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
The quests are mounting up. Nothing back there. Alright, so we got this guy's house. Let's go check it out. It's a cat. Look at all the attics.
Good day to you.
Welcome, friend. Name's Pernsick. And this, he gestures from ready, is my humble abode and place of business. What is your business exactly? If you have to ask, let's be clear. You go running to the guards, you're going to regret stepping foot in this place. In fact, I'd even put odds on you regretting every decision you made in your life, leaving you standing in front of me right now. But you stay smart, and I figure we can end up very good friends. You ask my previous customers, they'll vouch for my supply. He grins. So, I want to give him the
Ready,
ring,
Watcher.
but
Yes.
I'm afraid he's gonna attack us. So,
Ready, Watcher.
I want to put my people
Yes.
in the right spot,
Hi?
which is
What?
kind of like this.
Yes.
Hey. Welcome.
Takes the ring and turns around. Nice. What's this for? No wonder Kenner's left you. Oh, yeah, I see now. She's making a statement, is she? Good riddance on her, then sorry I ever spent the coin to begin with. Now, is that all? She seemed to care for you. Why are you doing this? Seems a difficult thing to forget, giving your grandmother's ring to somebody. How do you hear from your own fiance? I would say that. She was asking for it, sort of like you, right now. Maybe you ought to quit digging around in affairs and don't concern you. Me, I've got business to get back to. Points towards that way. Oh, shit. We engage with 2 people here. So we're gonna go boar and attack here. He's gonna shoot here. Nope. Shoot here. Cat. KKK. I should probably cast like Slick on the door so these guys don't do anything. How about we use her to take care of the guy that's going to be on him? Okay. So that mercenary is going down. That mercenary is going down. He's dazed as F. I'm gonna hit these dudes. Let's get some endurance regen going. Okay, so that's 2 dead here. Can we charm yet? Oh, we can. We're gonna charm this mercenary. And we are gonna heal in this area. Okay, he staggers, throwing a bloody hand in front of him. I give up. Leave. I'll go peacefully, alright? Too late. Whoa. Shit got real. Okay, let's go W. Let's cast some skellies. We can hit everybody right here. We can turn around him. On him. Alright, this dude. Let's cast Might and Resolve Allies. What is this pathing? What the fuck are you doing, dude? Oh my god.
Hey.
He's just like in a rough spot. They're all gonna die. It's fine. Well, bad news.
What is it?
Hey.
We did not keep our promise. Good news, we got a new grimoire. Any of this stuff really good? Doesn't look like it. Let's take all of it. We just cleared a fucking house.
Then. I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
All right, where is the grimoire we just learned? We just picked up. It was this guy's, right? We already know all this stuff, don't we? No, we don't know this. Hang on. Here. What is this? Eldritch Aim grants the caster otherworldly sight, resulting in preternatural accuracy for a short period of time. Additional accuracy? That sounds pretty good.
Well?
Chest stealing? Oh no. Who will be here to stop us?
What is it? What is it?
Are you imagining this? Yes, you're imagining all of this, man. Oh look, we left some loot behind.
Well,
Can't have that. More mercs, eh? Must be a choke point right here. Okay. Okay. This is all gonna go well. And they are all about to get fucked. Oh, that one didn't get knocked down. Okay. That's fine. He is not in the fight, so we gotta get him in the fight. She's getting hurt. Let's buff that. Hit him with the Q, man. Okay, hit him with a Q. Okay. Oh, we got... I didn't realize we have 3rd level druid spells. What the hell is this? Gives the target a protective shell, absorbing a fixed amount of damage for shattering, but preventing the target from taking actions. Ooh, this is the maggot thing. I remember that. Nature's Bomb draws the healing power of nature, creating a rapid generation effect on party members. Purge a toxin purifies the target of any toxic presence. Gave immunity to poison and disease effects. Nice. Brings a powerful storm into being, striking random single enemy in an area. Effect periodically with bolts of lightning that stun and deal shock damage. Spreading Plague inflicts the target with a virulent and debilitating disease, hobbling and weakening enemies before spreading to other enemies. Stag's Horn conjures another stag horn, attacking enemies, causing piercing damage. And then send a couple of boulders, crush damage anyone in their path, exploding on contact. Oh, man, how about we this is gonna hurt my dudes too though, right? Well, it's all yellow and yellow doesn't hurt our guys. So I think I clicked it off. Cast that shit. Cast it. He's not casting it. There it is. Got him.
what is it?
Cool. Fine flail. A lot of fine things here.
Well,
So whatever that is. Appears as somebody Georgia chipped and cracked. Get some books. Some dialects. Nice.
what is it?
Is there anybody in here? Oh, it's this guy. A man lies, bound and bloodied, forward before you. His face is tapestry and bruises and blood. Spatter across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please no more. I can't take it. I'm not here to hurt you. You're not, oh praise breath. You're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernsik. Or it'd be Pernish, right? Yeah. This is my house. You have to help me. Then who was that downstairs? An imposter. Some wizard named Nyrid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me, and now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling stuff inside my own house. He just turned up all of a sudden? Whatever you're holding back, spit it out. I'll pry it out of you. This would be a lot easier if you weren't trying to hide something. He just turned up all of a sudden? I mean, we know he's telling the truth. He looks away, unable to meet your gaze. I may have hung onto a tiny portion of my supplier's share, But I needed that money. What exactly happened? He sent over the wizard, the man downstairs, to make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. Feels like it's been days. He's already taken care of. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. You have no idea what you've done for me, but I need to find my love. Only after whatever near put her through. I'm afraid he won't give me a chance to explain. I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she knows. We're not gonna ask for a discount. Perhaps you trust to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. And please don't tell her about the stuff, about what I do. I can make it worth your while at a discount, maybe. Yeah, I know, and I can't force you to keep this secret. I don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Sfef. Or me if she finds out. She sent me here in the first place. She did? That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please bring her home and tell her that everything is back to normal. Can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kenra.
Well?
Could just kill the guy.
Of course.
We're not gonna do that though. Scroll of paralysis.
You must get.
Alright, let's go find her, the fox. Goose and fox. And tell her what happened here. We also can level up a bunch of people. What happened with her? Did you give him the ring? He was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the reference also deals stuff. Prince was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. He was imprisoned upstairs, and I released him. I had no idea. She brings her fist down on the table. Damn it, how can I trust him after something like that? He's lied to me for this long. I should be glad I found out about this before the wedding. He still loves you. Do you want to give up on your future together? You're smart, stay with him. There are other men in Defiance Bay. I'm gonna say... Sorry I turned out this way. So am I, but thank you for telling me the truth. Unwavering resolve added to inventory. Oh, and take this. Picked it up from one of the merchants. Helped me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Cool. And we got more levels up. More level ups. Alright, well let's check out. What do we get? The snack piece. So +2 intellect and 1 resolve. Well, that's gonna go on him, right? And then let's give this snack piece to him so he has more health, right? That makes sense, I think. And let's start leveling people up. Let's give him points so he can get more camping skills. We'll do lore for scrolls. Fighter abilities. What's vigorous defense? Fighter becomes fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows, dramatically increasing defenses for a short time. Into the fray. 2 per encounter. The fighter lunges into battle, pulling an enemy into immediate melee range, causing pierce damage and leaving them dazed. That sounds pretty good. Guardian Stance. The fighter devotes all of his energy to defending allies, lowers accuracy but increases deflection of nearby allies. Also seems great. How about we go Vigorous Defense? Okay, let's go Survival for this guy, so we can get more camping. A new spell. Creates a nullifying field of magical energy at chosen point, suppressing all beneficial effects on enemies. Okay. Delay of motion, lowering their speed and movement. That seems like a pretty good debuff. Bounding missiles will leap to additional targets. Now I feel like because we know that we can buy spells out of other people's grimoires, these choices are not that big of a deal. Expose vulnerabilities. Bears the enemy's combat vulnerabilities for all to see, reducing their damage reduction, deflection, and concentration. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, we get 2? Okay. Let's go expose vulnerabilities. So that way, we can debuff them, right? Caster face Nightmarish Slash. Compelling all foes to become terrified or sickened. Some corrode damage. Let's do that one. Let's do Arcane Dampener. Some debuff stuff. What does Priest guy get? Let's also do survival for him. Hell, he can also get lore. And then he gets just a whole bunch of stuff. Creates a large zone of divine shelter, granting allies a bonus to all defense. Nice. Despondent blows. Nagging doubt in the face of unbreakable faith consumes enemies in their area of effect, lowering their melee accuracy and critical hit range. So this is not combat only. That's cool. Pillar of Faith calls down a Pillar of Divine Judgment, inflicting crush damage and knockdown on enemies in the area of effect. Okay, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Freeze allies in the area of effect from perceived restraints. Restore moderate endurance. Generates a magical seal, explodes in a burst of electrical energy when the enemy comes into contact with it, inflicting shock damage. And blesses allies with the aid of a sympathetic soul, releasing a healing effect when their endurance is low. Okay. Those seem pretty good. Let's get his survival up. And then we get a new phrase. Wow. He is quite the looker. Lo, their endless host, the Harbinger's Doom. It says it just frightens them. So their dexterity and accuracy is reduced. That seems pretty good. Although, I wonder if there's like some kind of buff. Decreases the duration and defends against frightened and terrified attacks. Drop a trap. 20% reload speed, 20% range and attack speed. That's pretty good. Okay, we're doing sure-handed knock arrows at speed. Feel like that was easy. And then for her, let's get her athletics up some and her lore. And then the ranger gets into a speedy, fluid offensive rhythm, increasing Accuracy, reducing accuracy by increasing fire rate and reload time. Okay. Defensive bond. 10 accuracy when attacking the same target as the animal companion. Damage against targets affected by damage over time. That could be pretty good. What about vicious aim? Minus 20% attain, but by lowering attack and reload rate, the rangers able to make more careful aim, giving them increased accuracy and damage. I feel like this would be okay though if we are, yeah, I'm gonna go vicious aim.
Ready, Watcher.
Yeah, so let's keep that on.
Yes?
Reason why is because so right now it increases movement rate and reflexes of all allies in the area. Literally, we're gonna do this one. This is gonna be stir fry. So he is gonna completely cancel out
What is it?
her negative qualities. Yeah, cool. And that is probably going to be where we call it quits for right now. And we'll go ahead and we will pick this up tomorrow.